What's good? What's good? What's good, you guys? This is your boy Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just gotta charge it to the game. Super grateful to be here with you guys. Today is Friday, TGIF, and you guys, I'm looking forward to this weekend. I know y'all had a long work week. I know y'all bosses was kicking y'all behinds. I know y'all professors, y'all teachers, whoever it is that was demanding the most out of you this week. I know they was on y'all back, but guess what? It's Friday, and there's nothing they can do about it. So you guys, really appreciate you for being here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. If you're new to the content, make sure you subscribe. If you like what you hear, like what you see, you know what I mean? Because I try to keep it nice and clean, like nice and make sure I'm presentable for you guys. You know what I mean? But really appreciate y'all for being here, man. Let's lock into this content because, you know, the Sixers are continuing to let me down. I think they're on a 3-game losing streak. Shout out to my man, Philly the podcast, my man First in the building. Shout out to him. And my Sixers been letting me down as of late. The Eagles, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with these guys up in this upcoming draft. What's the next moves they're going to make in the offseason? I know we've just been talking a lot about Jalen Hurts' progression as a quarterback, the guys he's going to be working with. We've been talking a lot about Howie Roseman's decision making. You know, we've just been covering a lot of bases, and I really appreciate y'all for being here because y'all are truly a part of the show. Like I said, I'm giving you guys Chalk It Up Sports daily, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time every day. So make sure y'all come in. I'm giving y'all this hot fire. Like what can I do, right? I know some of y'all in school got one AirPod in, one AirPod out, trying to listen to the professor talk, knowing damn well you're not paying no attention. But it's all good though. I know your mom probably telling you, hey, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Meanwhile, you like, hey, listen, Tone over here popping right now. I need to get over here, mom. Whatever you need, it gotta wait. It has to wait. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your boss, your supervisor telling you to do, hey, it got to wait. Tone is on Chalk It Up Sports Daily, 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's my lunch break. Get off my back. I'm on break. Don't talk to me for the next hour. So I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all been committing a lot to me, so I'm gonna make sure I commit a lot to y'all. So let's get right into it. You know, Doc Rivers took it upon himself to call out James Harden. And I'm not opposed to calling out your players, especially if you feel like they can improve, right? I'm not opposed to that. You know, I want people to hold me accountable. That's how I feel. No matter what I'm doing, no matter what job I'm doing, and no matter where I work, if it's a teacher, if it's my father, my mother, my wife, if it's my supervisor, my boss, whatever it may be, I want you to hold me accountable. If there's an expectation out of me and I'm not delivering, hold me accountable, right? But here's the unique thing about this situation. Doc Rivers called out James Harden in the press conference after the loss to the Pistons, saying that he took too many shots. But in the same breath, just a game or so ago, the same guy, Doc Rivers, was saying, hey, I want James to be selfish out there. You know, let us worry about getting everyone else involved. I want him to continue to go out there and be aggressive and go after everything he sees. And on top of that, James Harden only took 15 shots total in the game. Now, the timing of it, okay, maybe he kind of took over at one point and didn't really, pass the ball as much. But let's not pretend like Doc Rivers ain't been giving James Harden the green light. And that's the confusing thing about it. I know James Harden's been having, an up and down past handful of games. Ever since that Brooklyn matchup, he's kind of been up and down, right? But I think it's really unfair to call out somebody that you've given the keys to. It makes no sense to me. Let's talk about the real issue at hand. Let's talk about the fact that the Sixers bench is completely non-existent. Let's just talk about it. They're inconsistent. They're not aggressive enough, and they went the entire first half without putting up no points against the Pistons. Like you can't take losses like that. You can't take losses against teams that you're supposed to beat like that. We're supposed to be a championship contender. We're supposed to be going into these playoffs with the utmost confidence. And the way I see it, the Milwaukee Bucks look like they're ready to go back and win another one. The Phoenix Suns look like they're trying to win one. Like we have opportunities to stake our claim against these top-notch teams like the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks. And what are we doing? We've fallen off. We ain't getting it done. You know what I'm saying? So I got to put it on coaching because 2 games in a row, we went into the fourth quarter with an 8.6-point lead or whatever. And because of Doc Rivers' decision-making, we lost sight of the goal. Now, granted, there were turnovers, But regardless, I put it on Doc Rivers more than anything. You got the talent, in my opinion. It's too often you end these games and then a decision you make takes us out of the game. For example, in that Milwaukee game, there's no reason why you should have had James Harden and Joel Embiid on the bench at the same time while Giannis was going on that 17-point run alone. Should have never happened. But if the Sixers are going to turn it around, Doc Rivers need to look in the mirror. Doc Rivers makes terrible decisions at the most inopportune times. Why you got Paul Millsap guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo? Like it's strange to me. It's just too often where Doc Rivers just tries to make a fool out of us when in reality he's the fool him damn self. And I'll be honest, if Doc Rivers doesn't get this team to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, he's as good as gone. He's as good as gone. Daryl Morey is not going to waste any time. There's no reason you should have lost to Atlanta Hawks last year, and there's going to be no reason why you should lose to anybody else, going forward. The way the seating is set up right now, there's a chance that we can run into. There's a chance we could run into the Bulls in the first round. We could run into the Raptors in the first round. So look at this: the Miami Heat locked up their playoff spot. The Milwaukee Bucks locked up their playoff spot. Boston Celtics locked up their playoff spot. You know what I'm saying? So the Sixers, they need to win the next few games or so to lock up their playoff spot. But it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real curious. I'm real curious to see who they end up playing. Right now, they poised to play the Bulls, which I'm pretty confident my Sixers beating the Bulls, or they could play the Raptors. I'm confident in them beating the Raptors as well, or the Cleveland Cavaliers. It all remains to be seen. But right now, the Sixers don't seem like they're going to run against Brooklyn, which is a good thing because Brooklyn is a dangerous team to play once you get into the playoffs. That's just my humble opinion. But look at this, though. The 8th, 9th, and 10th seed are at a deadlock. All three teams, the Brooklyn Nets, the Charlotte Hornets, and the Atlanta Hawks, are literally 40 and 37. It's a deadlock. So there could be a swing at any point in that 8th, 9th, 10th seed. There's going to be a swing. And the Sixers got to continue to win games so they can lock up their spot. It's just that simple for me. But I got to be honest. The Boston Celtics look really dangerous. Milwaukee looks dangerous. The Miami Heat look human to me. As a matter of fact, the Milwaukee Bucks can lock up the number 1 seed. If we're being honest, I would love for the Milwaukee Bucks to run up against the Brooklyn Nets in the first round so they can take each other's heads off. That's what I want. Somebody got to die. And then whoever survives, they're going to be so worn out. Whoever they play in the next round, they might not have survived the gauntlet. So the Philadelphia Sixers need to win the war of attrition. They need to find a way. They need to find a way to beat the teams that they're going to run up against. But at the same time, if the Milwaukee Bucks take over the number 1 seed, which I actually perceive they will, then they might run against the Brooklyn Nets, the 8th seed, and then at that point, they cancel each other out. That's just my thought process behind it. You dig what I'm saying? So we're going to see how this stuff pan out for sure. We're going to definitely see how it pan out. But overall, super appreciative of you guys being here. Let's shout out the chat. Shout out to my man, Philly the podcast, being in the building. Eagles Realist, John Jones. You know what I'm saying? Who else is in the building? Make sure you hit that like button. Super grateful to you guys. You know what I mean? But, the Sixers, I just don't understand what's going on with them. I really don't understand what's the thought process behind some of the decisions. But, hey, all I know is we're going to make the playoffs. It's just a matter of matchups. In the playoffs, matchups matter. And if we get a bad matchup, it's over. Shout out to our man 2 times being in the building. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Lindy Endzone being in the building. Shout out to him. How you feeling, bro? So, overall, the Philadelphia 76ers, they have to find a soul. They got to get this rhythm. I think James Harden should be rested the final few games. If you ask me, he seemed like he ain't got his legs under him right now. I would rest him. They can benefit from that. When it comes to the MVP conversation, the 3 leading scorers in the NBA are Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and LeBron James, I think. And they're deadlocked at 30. And I think Joel Embiid should continue to campaign for that MVP because he deserves it. Like he's just more dominant in my opinion. He's shown that he's the most valuable asset to his team. Think about everything the Sixers been through this whole year with the Ben Simmons debacle and not having him playing on the court. and people doubting the Sixers because, they made the trade for James Harden. There were just so many storylines surrounding the Sixers, and Joel Embiid was the constant presence, getting the job done. And that's just how I feel about it. Like people love to talk about, we traded for James Harden, like y'all messed up trading, giving all that for James Harden and moving on Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons wasn't playing. Ben Simmons didn't want to be here. We had to move on from him, and we got what we got for it, and that's cool with me. Like, we traded James Harden for a guy that wasn't even playing. What more do you want from this team? The pressure is on Doc Rivers to get this team over the hump because we got the talent. In my humble opinion, we have it. Doc Rivers has to make the necessary adjustments when he needs to make them. He needs to get his head out of his behind. Can't be egotistical in this. Make the move. Joel Embiid already called out Doc Rivers, for his rotational decisions. So he has to do what's right by this team. And if he doesn't, he's going to be out the door. That's just how I feel about it. But let's transition to some NFL talk, you guys. Now, we all know Bruce Arians decided to retire as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach. And on top of that, Todd Bowles, the defensive coordinator, is going to be taking over as the head coach, and I'm happy for Todd Bowles. I feel like he got the bad end of the stick when he got that opportunity with the New York Jets, and that wasn't really he didn't really get a fair shake. His GM didn't draft well, poor free agent decisions, terrible quarterback play, and he had to make lemons. He had to make lemonade out of limes. Like just not really a good situation for him. But overall, super happy for Todd Bowles getting that opportunity, being a black head coach. And on top of that, he's getting the best opportunity that anybody can ask for. He has a Super Bowl winning Hall of Fame, quarterback at the helm in Tom Brady. Got Mike Evans, got Chris Godwin coming back. You got I think Rob Gronkowski is going to come back. I think you got O.J. Howard. I'm not sure if O.J. Howard went somewhere else. I can't remember. You got a defense. So Todd Bowles is in a great situation, if you ask me. But here's another interesting thing about this whole situation. There was a narrative that came out earlier in the offseason, I believe, about Bruce Arians and Tom Brady, I guess, being at odds with one another. And at first, I didn't believe it. At first, I was taking it with a grain of salt. But when you think about the fact that Tom Brady came back, then all of a sudden Bruce Arians decided to retire, it's almost like, did Tom Brady only come back because he knew Bruce Arians wasn't going to be the head coach? Does this further perpetuate the narrative that there was friction between Bruce Arians and Tom Brady? Now, I do understand that Tom Brady and Bruce Arians has a different philosophy when it comes to calling a game. Bruce Arians is more so a risk it no biscuit kind of guy. He's that West Coast style, like to air it out. And then you think about Tom Brady, he's the type of guy that wants to, I guess you'll say, he wants to dink and dunk. He wants to kill you. He wants to go by a death, but he wants to give you a death by 1,000 cuts. Tom Brady has no problem taking a check down. He has no problem going 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards, 8 yards, 6 yards. He has no problem dinking and dunking you to death. So that's the interesting thing about that situation. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that pans out. Again, really excited for Todd Bowles taking over from Bruce Arians. And it really begs the question, does it further the narrative that Tom Brady and Bruce Arians have friction? I don't know. I really don't know. But overall, what more can you ask for, really? Super proud of Todd Bowles getting an opportunity like that. They got a black head coach, a black offensive coordinator, and Byron Leftwich. So that's a good situation, if you ask me. A very good situation. Again, we got 7 people in the live stream. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Today is Friday. And look, you guys, I'm giving you guys Chalking Up Sports Daily, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So next time we'll be here will be Monday at 1 p.m. So make sure you guys are locked in. But, transition to our birds, with Tom Brady coming back, it definitely makes the NFC much more complicated. It makes it that much more competitive, right? So I have to ask, how good can this Eagles team be in this current NFC? Because the NFC looks wide open, if you ask me. It looks very wide open, if you ask me. Now, when you think about it from this perspective, the only guys you may have to run through is Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Matthew Stafford. But here's the thing: we don't play none of those teams in the regular season, and 9 times out of 10, you might not have to run against one of those quarterbacks heading into heading to any one of those playoff situations. So I'm really excited about it. If you ask me, who can we potentially run into in the playoffs? Kirk Cousins or Dak Prescott, guys that are very beatable. You dig what I'm saying? Like, there's no real pressure on this team. There's no real pressure at all when it comes to the NFC, at least. But the Eagles are supposed to have one of the easiest schedules coming into the 2022 season, and we're supposed to run up against. Let me pull it up right here. I got you right here. We're supposed to have one of the easiest schedules, and I think we play the NFC North and we play the AFC South. So the dates haven't been put out there yet, but we're going to have to play the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. We got to play the Houston Texans, and we got to play the Houston Texans at NRG Stadium. Got to play the Detroit Lions again at Ford Field. Got to play the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. Got to play the Packers. Got to play the Vikings. Got to play the Jags. Got to play the Titans. Got to play the Cardinals at State Farm Stadium in Arizona. Got to play the Steelers, and got to play the Saints. So we're going to spend most of our time in the AFC North and the AFC South. And then you got, the one AFC, what is that? What is that? The AFC West, AFC North, and we got one AFC North team with the Steelers, and we got one NFC West team with the Cardinals, and one NFC South team. But overall, we spending that time in the AFC South and the NFC North. Now, I want to ask you guys about some potential records. What do you guys anticipate our record being? Let me pull it up for you guys. Our record, the teams we play is a pretty easy schedule, if you ask me. Pretty easy schedule. So let's zoom in on this. All right, here we go. This is the schedule. So obviously we got the Washington Commanders. We got those guys. I'm really looking forward to smacking Carson Wentz, and we're going to talk about that too. So here's our schedule. We got 10 people in the live stream. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Really appreciate it. What's going on, Wiltz? What's going on, Michi? What's going on 2 times? So here we are. Washington Commanders, obviously twice. Then we got the Bears. So, okay, let me ask you this. We're gonna go game by game. The Washington Commanders at home. Well, the Washington Commanders, in Philly. Is that a win or a loss? Chris R says that's 12-5. Top 5 defense with Lloyd and Wyatt next year. Top 10 offense with Hurts, Wilson, Goddard, Smith in the run game. Okay, so you already putting it out there. You already saying we're going to draft Garrett Wilson. You saying we're going to draft Devin Lloyd and Devonta Wyatt. Okay, you putting that energy out there. Okay, Chris R. Not a bad draft class, if you ask me. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. But let me ask you this, though. That Washington game, do we sweep Washington or do we split? Let me ask you that. Do we sweep Washington or do we split? Now, they have improved at the quarterback position. Carson Wentz is their quarterback. But I ain't got faith in Carson Wentz. And he's so mentally fragile, him coming to Philly may mess his head up. So Wilt says we might split with Dallas and Washington. Okay, that's being realistic. I ain't mad at that, Duncan. That's a realistic take. Obviously, we want to sweep the Washington Commanders. I think I ain't gonna lie. I think we're going to sweep Washington. I think we're going to split Dallas like we always do. Now, let me ask you about Chicago. Is that a win or a loss? I say that's a win. I don't trust Justin Fields. They have no weapons for him. What are they going to do? Maybe they draft a wide receiver for him. You never know. Or an offensive lineman. But I say that's a win in Chicago. And then we go to Dallas. I say we lose to Dallas on the road. I'll say that. I say we lose to Dallas on the road in the AT&T Stadium. I said we beat Detroit again in Ford Field. We beat them already at home. I said we beat the Texans. That's a dub. That's definitely a dub, beating the Texans. The Colts, if I'm being honest, that might be a loss. That might be a loss. That really might be a loss, honestly. So, all right, let me make sure let me make sure I got it all set up. So I say, wait, hold on. Make sure I got my stuff right. There we go. All right, so I'm saying that we sweep Washington. So there's 2 wins right there. I'm saying we beat the Bears. That's the 3rd win. Now, again, remember, the schedule order has not come out. Remember, y'all, the schedule order has not come out. So this is just like this is who we know we playing, but the dates hasn't necessarily come out yet. So, all right, let's do this. So, all right, I said we beating Washington twice. That's 2 wins. Then we beating the Bears. That's the 3rd win. I say we lose to Dallas at home. So that's a loss. I say we beat Detroit. That's a win. I said we beat the Texans. That's a win. I say we lose to the Colts. Hold on, let me make sure I got this right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we lose to the Colts. We beat the Giants. Okay. We beat the Cowboys at home. I said we beat the Giants again. We got the Packers at home. Ooh, what do y'all think about that? So right now, I got us, y'all beating. I got us beating I got us sweeping the Washington Commanders. I got us sweeping the Giants. So that's 4 wins right there. Got us beating the Bears. That's 5 wins. Got us beating Detroit. That's 6 wins. Got us beating the Texans. That's 7 wins. Got us beating the Cowboys while we at home. That's 8 wins. I got us losing to the Cowboys on the road and got us losing to the Colts on the road. So right now, that's 8-2. Do y'all see us beating the Packers? Okay. Packers, that's a loss. All right. That's a loss. Okay, that's 8-3. The Vikings, I say we beat the Vikings. So that's 9-3 right there. I say we beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's 10 wins. That's 10-3 right there. I say we lose to the Titans. Actually, I say we lose to the Titans. We're gonna get caught slipping that day. Okay, so that's 10-4. It's 10-4. That leaves 3 games: the Cardinals, Steelers, and Saints. Now, I say we lose to the Cardinals. I think we lose to the Cardinals on the road. So that's 10-5. I think we beat the Steelers. That's 11-5. And we beat the Saints again at home. That's 12-5. That's my thought process. 12-5. It's 12-5. So look, I'm gonna go through it again with y'all. I got us sweeping the Washington Commanders. I got us beating the Bears. I got us losing to Dallas on the road. I got us beating Detroit. I got us beating Detroit on the road. I got us beating the Texans on the road. I got us losing to the Colts on the road. I got us beating the Giants on the road. I got us beating the Cowboys at home. I got us beating the Giants at home. I got us losing to the Packers at home. I got us beating the Vikings at home. I got us beating the Jags. I got us losing to the Titans. I got us losing to the Cardinals. And I got us beating the Steelers and the Saints. How does that sound to y'all? How does that sound to y'all? Shout out to my man Bird's Eye View. He said he's starting the Eagles podcast. Any advice? Well, here's my advice, man. My advice is stay consistent, regardless of the numbers. Don't pay attention to your numbers. It's hard, though. It's hard not to pay attention to your numbers, bro. But if you're going to pay it, like you got to stay consistent. Do not let the numbers get in your head. Stay consistent. Do your research. Be intentional, and have fun with it. At the end of the day, regardless, you gotta be consistent. That's the biggest thing. People are gonna respect your consistency at the most. If you're consistent, people gonna always come back. They're gonna say, "Wow, this man always here. Let me check him out. He always putting out content." Don't get discouraged. Just keep putting it out. Keep putting it out. And even on top of the podcast, put out short clips. Put out short videos. You know what I'm saying? So my ultimate advice is stay consistent and keep putting pressure on them. Keep the pressure on people that keep feeding people. Keep feeding people. People never full with this content stuff. Just keep feeding them. Bird's Eye View. 2 times says Aaron gonna carve us up. Chris R says Texans can't beat us just like the Jets. The Colts. I can see the Colts want revenge for the Wentz trade, playing their hearts out. Maybe. I see what you're saying though. Michi says that Houston game, that's Jalen Hurts' hometown game. He gonna ball out. Okay. 2 times says Matty Ice can't move. 2 times says Dougie P on the Jags, bro. I don't care where Dougie P at. I love Doug to death, but we taking that dub. I love Doug to death, but we winning that game. He gotta come back to Philly. We winning that game. I love him to death. Chris R says, I could see Hurts' family and friends cheering for the Birds and it becoming a home game for us. That's interesting. Duncan says Steelers Saints ain't got no quarterback. That's a fact. I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers draft a quarterback. Jay says, I see 10-7 just as easy. 7-10, same as last year. I respect that. Michi says 12-5. That's a good record. I think so. It's definitely a winning record. It's also a record that you can win a division with. So, this schedule is actually leaning in our favor, believe it or not. Let me ask y'all this though. Which matchup are y'all looking forward to the most? Also, make sure you guys smash that like button. It really helps the content grow. Really appreciate everything that you guys do for me. You guys are a part of the show, and you guys are truly a part of this community. So, don't forget it. You guys push the show forward. But I gotta ask you guys, who are you all looking forward to the most? Who are you guys looking forward to the most when it comes to all the games we got? So let me remind y'all, we got to play Carson Wentz with the Washington Commanders. We got the Bears. We got Dak Prescott and those Cowboys. We got Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. We got the Texans. We got the Colts, Giants, Packers, Vikings, Jags. With Dougie P coming back to Philly. You got the Titans, Kyler Murray and those Cardinals, the Steelers, Saints. Who are y'all looking forward to the most? Because if you ask me, I can't wait to put Carson Wentz's face in the turf. I'm being honest. I can't wait. I can't wait to put Carson Wentz's face in the turf. That's just me being humble about it. But I got us going to, and that's right now though. You know what I mean? Things might change after the draft, after free agency is over. Once we get the preseason and training camp, 12-5 is my initial record. Just looking at the schedule from a bird's eye view. You know what I mean? And then it all depends on how these games get laid out. You know what I mean? It all depends how they lay these games out. We all know our division games are going to be backloaded again. That's just what they do to us. But it all depends. Like, are we going to have to play the Packers and then play the Colts back to back? That's a tough turnaround, if you ask me. Are we going to have an easy stretch when we play the Bears, Detroit, and Texans back to back? You know what I'm saying? It all depends. I'm frozen. Can y'all hear me though? Shoot. 2 times. I'm frozen. Can you hear me? I don't know, man. My Wi-Fi pretty good over here. My Wi-Fi pretty good over here. Am I still frozen? Somebody talk to me. Let me know. Everything good now? All right, bet. Shout out to Daniel Belfield. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you. So, yeah, like, who are you guys looking forward to? Who are y'all looking forward to? I can't wait to put Carson Wentz's face in the turf. I really can't wait because the way he left this city was nutty, if you ask me. And I ain't got no faith in that man. You on your third team in 3 years? Come on, stop it. Stop it, bro. Listen, 3 strikes and you out. He better turn into a journeyman. Like, these teams see the writing on the wall. Y'all heard what Jim Irsay said? The owner for the Colts? He was grinding Carson Wentz up. He said, like, you know, like what he didn't say his name, but he was definitely putting the pressure on him, saying, hey, yo, that guy just wasn't it. He couldn't get it done. And I was just hearing too many rumblings in the locker room that he wasn't it. Michi said he's looking forward to that Washington-Arizona game. Oh, yeah, you said you're going to the Arizona game, right? That's a good game. You going to Arizona? That's fly, bro. Chris wants to see us take it to Dallas. I ain't mad. He says, I really want to beat them in Jerry World. I'm tired of seeing this shit to bed in Jerry's World year in and year out. I can understand that. I definitely would love for us to beat them on the road. You know, just take a crap in the middle of their field. I would definitely love that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I would love that. Eagles realists can't wait for that Carson game. Eagles realists says back at the link should be a Sunday night game for him. Yeah, it should. That'd be crazy, right? A Sunday night game, Carson Wentz returning. That'd be tough. That'd be a hell of a season opener. Jay Koch, what's going on, my man? But yeah, you know, this is going to be a big year for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, Carson Wentz, we got to play him twice a year. We got to play the Colts. We fleeced them for a first-round pick. And on top of that, it's just one of those things like we got a lot of pressure on Jalen Hurts right now. And I'm not shy about it at all. I'm not shy about it at all because the bottom line is he got to put up or shut up. He got to put up or shut up. You feel me? Like this is the time where champions are made. These are the moments where you know your career is defined. So I got to be honest. I need Jalen Hurts to outplay Carson Wentz. He got to outplay Dak Prescott. You know, Jalen Hurts has to take a leap. You know, I'm looking forward to that Jalen Hurts Kyler Murray reunion because last time they played it was a shootout. I actually expect Jalen Hurts to ball out that game. It's going to be a tough game though for sure. And again, my win and loss column might change. You know, once the draft happens and you know free agency closes out and training camp preseason, it might change. You know, and it all depends on when we play these teams. It matters because if you got to go on the road 3 or 4 times in a row, that's tough. You might split those games. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. Jay Koch, he says, how many times can we wear blackout uniforms, boss? That's a good question. I'm not entirely sure how many times can we wear it. I'm not sure. That's a real good question. Like, it's a limit on how many times you can wear it. I mean, 17 games in the season, I say we wear black 6 games out of the year, 5 games out of the year, which is not bad. Chris says, it's funny, Dallas looks terrible at home most of the time versus Las Vegas, Denver, San Fran, Arizona. We go up there and they turn into the Seahawks all of a sudden. Yo, that's funny, actually. You're right. For some reason, you know, they know how to turn up against us. But Dak Prescott, he has a winning record against the Eagles, you know, and he just knows how to get it done. Can't we get mad at it? He knows how to get it done. He just knows how to get it done against the Eagles. But, things change. I expect Jalen Hurts to take a huge leap. And that's just my overall thoughts behind it. But I'm also glad you guys are here for another reason. We're doing another mock draft. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're doing another mock draft. Jay Koch says the one helmet rule is abolished. So I guess, they could wear it 6 times. Yeah, right. I love the fact that the Eagles are going to have different color helmets now. I saw this picture of like this blacked out helmet. That thing looked crazy. I ain't even going to hold you. All right, let's see where we at. Okay. Yeah, let's do a mock draft, y'all. Let's have some fun. All righty. Let's do a mock drizzy. All right. I was looking up some film too on Traylon Burks and Drake London. And I like Traylon Burks more, man. I just like Traylon Burks more. He looks more polished as a receiver. He looks like he has stronger hands. I like Drake London, but I don't know. He played in the Pac-12, and he's so used to being the best athlete in his conference. And Trey Burks, he played in the SEC. He had to go up against NFL level talent constantly. I'm looking at Drake London's film, and he clearly was the best athlete on the field all the time. What happens when you're not the best athlete? When your technique has to take over. So, we'll see what happens. But I'm a Traylon Burks fan more than I am a Drake London fan. There's not a drastic disparity between their size. I think Trey Burks is 6'3", 220. Drake London is like 6'5", 219, 220, something like that. So I would much rather have Traylon Burks. And exactly, you're right, Chris R. He lit Bama up. I think they lost that game, right? But he lit him up. And I take the competition you play very seriously. And I don't have that much faith in USC wide receivers. So it's hard for me to really put that much stock in Drake London's campaign as a USC Trojan, because he was always the bigger guy on the field and the strongest guy. And, he was just bullying guys. But you were in the Pac-12. You didn't really come up against any top-notch athletes in the Pac-12. If I'm being honest, I'm not disrespecting nobody in the Pac-12, but the SEC and the Pac-12 are two different breeds. Traylon Burks earned his keep in the SEC. You gotta put some stock into that. But let's do this mock draft. I say we do. We got 23 minutes left in the show. So how about we do a 7-round mock draft, but we're gonna do it fast though. Let's do a 7-round mock draft. It's gonna be real fast. All right, we're picking for the Eagles. Let's do it. All right, here we go. It has begun. We got 10 people in the live stream. Make sure you guys smash that like button. If you guys are new to the content, make sure you guys also subscribe as well. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the community. If you guys are new, like I said, I'm your boy Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. I'm giving you guys Chalk It Up Sports daily, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. We are live Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm still giving you guys videos before and after that. And I'm still giving you guys weekly live streams, weekly podcasts. The Bird Brains podcast. We do that every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. on Chalk It Up Sports and the BGN Sports Network. On top of that, I give you guys the Birds of a Feather podcast every week with me and my guy, Philly Foothills from the Nest Out West. Make sure you guys go check that out as well. So, yeah, you guys, make sure you guys come back every day, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm giving you guys videos on top of that on weekends and throughout the day as well. So just continue to lock in. Really appreciate y'all support. Got 12 people in the live stream. Hit that like button. All right, so got a trade offer for the 15th overall pick. And the Texans want to give me the third pick 37. Nah, this is not cool to me. Nah. Okay, Detroit Lions. Nah, we're rejecting all this. We're making our first pick. So let's look at who got taken already. So Aiden Hutchinson got picked off the board. Kayvon Thibodeau is gone. Sauce Gardner is gone. Kyle Hamilton is gone. Charles Cross is gone. Evan Neal is gone. Malik Willis is gone. Garrett Wilson is gone. The tackle out of North Carolina State, Ikem Ekwonu is gone. Travon Walker is gone. I like Travon Walker out of Georgia. He's very versatile. Not only can he rush the passer, but he can drop back in coverage as well. I like that. Matt Corral is gone. Oh, so they got Washington picking a quarterback. That means they ain't got faith in Carson Wentz. That's what the simulator is telling me. The Vikings got Jordan Davis off the board. Kenny Pickett is off the board with the Texans. Wow. Tyler Linderbaum off the board with the Seahawks. Okay, interesting. So the Ravens and the Seahawks traded. Wow, okay. Wow. The Ravens really wanted that tackle. Interesting. Okay. So who are we picking? Now, if I'm Howie Roseman, we have to solidify the edge because Brandon Graham is getting old. I don't trust Derek Barnett. Fletcher Cox is on his way out. So you gotta refortify. You gotta refortify that defensive line. You have to. Let me see. Let me look at our depth chart real quick. All right, so on the edge, we got Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Matt Leo, Derek Barnett, Teron Jackson, Cameron Malville. So if I'm being honest, I feel like we're going to go edge rusher because, again, Brandon Graham is old. This might be his last season in the league. And I don't got too much trust in Derek Barnett. Teron Jackson, I expect him to make a leap. Josh Sweat, I expect him to make a leap. So I feel like we're going to go edge. If I'm being honest, Jaw, we gotta go edge. We have to. We really have to. And remember, we got picks back to back, so there's no stress. Ooh, you got George Karlaftis here as well. See, I like Karlaftis. I really do, but I really like Jermaine Johnson as well. George Karlaftis, 6'3", 266. Jermaine Johnson, 6'4", 255. Karlaftis is a big body that you want. He's strong as hell. I'm torn because I really like Karlaftis. I really do. I really do like Karlaftis. But Jermaine Johnson played in the correct me if I'm wrong. Florida State is in the SEC, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Florida State is in the SEC, correct? Florida State is in the SEC? Because that matters to me. Oh, Florida State is the ACC. Wow. Okay. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Okay, so Florida State's in the ACC. What about Purdue? Where's Purdue? Is Purdue the ACC as well? The Big Ten. Okay. The Big Ten. Purdue's in the Big Ten. Okay, now I'm trusting y'all. Okay, which conference is tougher, the ACC or the Big Ten? Which conference is tougher? Which conference has the better offensive lineman? Because that's going to tell me the competition they went up against. Which conference has the better offensive lineman? Which conference is different competition, the ACC or the Big Ten? The Big Ten is tougher. Michi says the Big Ten is tougher. Would y'all agree? Big Ten all day. So is it fair to say that Karlaftis went against better competition? Is it fair to say that? Does competition matter to you guys? Is what I'm asking. Because Karlaftis went up against harder competition. Went up against. I'm gonna go Jermaine Johnson because I feel like Jermaine Johnson has a larger skill set than Karlaftis. Jermaine Johnson. Okay. They want to trade my no, we ain't doing that. Reject. Reject. We're not making no trades within the conference. All right. So now we have pick 16. Jameson Williams is there. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I gotta go Derek Stingley right here. So we got offers. Nah. I'm tempted by this trade, but here's the thing though. Will our guy be there? Okay, I'm gonna take this trade because I'm gonna be able to move up to pick 59 as well, and I think the guy I want is going to be there. I'm gonna take this trade. I'm gonna take this trade in hopes that the guy I want is there. I'm taking a risk, but I hope the guy I want is there. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's see. Okay, the guy I want is still on the board. Cool. The guy I want is still on the board. We gotta take a pick now. Reject. So the guy I want is still on the board. I'm going Treylon Burks right here. Nah, we're going to reject these. All right, so okay, so right now these are who we have right now. See, that was a good trade, right? That Green Bay trade was not that bad, right? Because I wanted a wide receiver, but I had a feeling that they was going to get Drake London. Somebody was going to pick Drake London, and I didn't want Drake London, right? So I really wanted to take a risk and trade back and still get the guy I want, and then move up till I believe the second round again. So I took that risk. Now I have 2 second-round picks. You know what I'm saying? Gotta no risk it, no biscuit. I appreciate y'all. Let's do it. All right, so where was I? So this is where we at. We got Jermaine Johnson at 15, Derek Stingley at 16. We traded back with Green Bay. Green Bay ended up picking Karlaftis, and I gave them our 124th pick, and we traded up, moved up into the second round again, and I got Treylon Burks with pick 22. So that's not a bad move, right? Not a bad move. All right, let's see. Pick 51. I'm going defense, right? Here we go, though. Now, this is where things get sexy. You want to know why? This is where things get sexy. You want to know why, y'all? Because now we're going D tackle. We got DeMarvin Leal. D tackle. DeMarvin Leal is easily the best D tackle left on the board. Easily. We're going DeMarvin Leal, y'all. Let's do it. See how y'all feeling about that? How y'all feeling? Let me know how y'all feeling. Okay. Let's see. No, I'm not giving y'all pick back. Get out of my face. Reject. Okay. So this is where we at right now, y'all. We got Jermaine Johnson. At edge. We got Derek Stingley. We got Treylon Burks. We got DeMarvin Leal at D tackle. This is good. You arguably got 3 day one starters. This is good on defense. We arguably got 4 stars. This is good. See, Christian Harris is gone, Drew. But here's the thing, right? I'm glad you said that. You want to know why? We're going Chad Muma at linebacker. Let's do it. Interesting. Pick 83. You know what? I'm tempted. I'm tempted. What do y'all think? Is this a good trade? Is this a good trade? Y'all pick 83. I get pick 97, and I get the 2023 fourth rounder. Is that good? Is that a good trade? What y'all thinking? Is this a good trade? Because we could trade back, get 2 more picks. Are we gonna reject it? So double dip at linebacker, really? Y'all really think we should double dip at linebacker? I don't know. All right, this is what we got right now, y'all. Look, y'all. These are our draft picks. We got Jermaine Johnson at edge, Derek Stingley at corner, Treylon Burke at wide receiver. We got DeMarvin Lillard at D tackle. We got Chad Muma at linebacker. So I went at linebacker already. Remember, we picked up Hassan Reddick and Kazir White. Y'all think we should double dip at linebacker? Because right now we got Kazir White, TJ Edwards, Hassan Reddick, Devion Taylor, Sean Bradley, Jacoby Stevens, Christian Ellis. Y'all think we should double dip on linebacker? I think we should double dip on defensive line. If I'm being honest. I think we should double dip on defensive line. If you ask me. Let the best man win. Michi says, to be honest, no safety. TJ Edwards says could leave after this year, plus Taylor could get injured. True. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Good point, Eagles realist. Very good point. Who is safety? Who left for safety? Oh, Veron McKinley. You see, I would go line. Listen, you guys, I would go line, but we need a safety. And after Veron McKinley, it's a huge dip. So I'm gonna go safety right here. We need a safety. I went safety. I went Veron McKinley because we needed that. After him, it's a drop off. I'm gonna accept this trade back 4 spots, get 2 picks. There we go. All right. Reject. All right, so now we got 2 picks. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draft 2 safeties. I'm gonna get Smoke Monday, and then hold on. I'm gonna go Smoke Monday. I got Smoke Monday. Then we're gonna go linebacker again. Then we're gonna go JoJo DeMond. Reject. Okay. All right, I'm gonna trade back 2 picks, right? And get another pick for this year. Accept. Now let's go offensive line. I say let's go Jamari Salyer out of Georgia. Now look, this is where we at right now, y'all. This is where we at. We got 5 more minutes left in the live stream. Thank you for being here. So here are our picks, y'all. Look, we got some talent, y'all. Look, I'm taking care of us. We got Jermaine Johnson on edge. This might be my best. I ain't gonna lie. This might be my best mock draft I've ever did. I'm confident in this one. We got Jermaine Johnson in the first round, Derek Stingley Jr., Treylon Burks. Then we got defensive tackle DeMarvin Leal, linebacker Chad Muma, safety Veron McKinley. Then we got safety Smoke Monday. Then I got another linebacker, Joe J. Dumond. I heard he was real good. Then I got an offensive lineman, guard, Jamari Salyer out of Georgia, national champion. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about these guys? How y'all feel about it so far? How y'all feel about these guys? Talk to me. Two times says he liked this mock. Okay. See, I see, but I got us two linebackers in Chad Muma. I got us two linebackers in Chad Muma and Jojo Demond. You pair that with Hassan Reddick and Kazir White and TJ Edwards, Davion Taylor. You got some linebacker talent for real. Then Veron McKinley and Smoke Monday as safety. With Anthony Harris, they're going to challenge Kavon Wallace. They're going to challenge Marcus Epps. You got some talent in the building to compete. You got Derek Stingley at corner that's going to start opposite side of Darius Slade. You got Jermaine Johnson who can start opposite side Josh Sweat. You got Traylon Burks that's going to start day one at wide receiver. DeMarvin Leal that can easily take over for Fletcher Cox. He's going to be a rotational piece with Milton Williams. Then we got an offensive lineman, Jamari Salyer, at guard, to try to, bolster that spot, compete with guys like Herbig and Driscoll. You know what I mean? And we still got 3 picks left. Okay, Michi liked this draft. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so I say let's see. I say we go. I say we go O-line again. Let's double dip at Georgia. So we got 2 guards out of Georgia. And let's go tight end. How about Jalen Watermeyer out of Texas A&M? Trade back, get another additional pick. I'll take that. We're being aggressive out here. The more assets we got, the better. There's a lot of wide receivers back here. A lot of them. I like this kid. I'm going to go running back right here. And there's so many wide receivers down here. It's ridiculous. Yo, Chris wants this punter bad. Yo, Eagles Realist wants the punter too. Y'all want that punter? All right, where he at? Let me go find him for y'all. I'll do it for y'all. Where he at? The punter? What school he went to? What school was it? What's his name? Is he there? It's San Diego State? All right, I got to find. Is he there? I don't see him. He not on the board, y'all. He must have got picked. He not on the board. He got picked. Yeah, he not on the board, y'all. He got picked. I'm sorry. He's not on the board. He not on the board. Sorry, y'all. He not there. He's not there. He is going already. He's going. All right, so, all right, here we go. We're about to get out of here. This is the final pick of the draft. Final pick. Let's see what we got already. So we got Jermaine Johnson, Derek Stingley Jr., Treylon Burks, a wide receiver. So we got an edge rusher, a corner, a wide receiver, a deep tackle, 2 linebackers, 2 safeties, 2 guards, a tight end, a running back. Honestly, if I'm being honest with y'all, I'm going. Woo! I'm going him. Offensive lineman. All right, here we go. These are the results. How y'all feel about this mock draft? We got Jermaine Johnson, Derek Stingley Jr., Treylon Burks, DeMarvin Leal at D tackle, Chad Muma at linebacker, Verona McKinley at safety, Smoke Monday. I like this draft. I gotta write this down. I gotta write this down, y'all. I gotta write this down. I gotta write this down. I like this draft. I'm gonna look these guys up too. I like this draft. How y'all feel about it though? You see, the thing about this draft, y'all, like this draft really covers all bases. If you ask me, this draft covers all bases. Like, just look at it, y'all. So Jermaine Johnson, Derek Stingley Jr., Treylon Burks, DeMarvin Leal in the second round is a steal. Chad Muma at linebacker, Verone McKinley at safety, Smoke Monday at safety, JoJo Dumont at linebacker, Jamari Sawyer at guard, Justin Schaefer at guard, Jalen Wademeyer, tight end from Texas A&M, Xander Horvath, running back out of Purdue, and Bamadale Olaseni, tackle out of Utah. So that fortifies, listen, I fortified the offensive line. I fortified the defensive line. I fortified the linebacker room. The DBs got us another corner, got us a wide receiver and another tight end and a running back. Come on, man. Come on. I got to write these down. My bad, y'all. I got to write these down. Who do y'all think is going to be the best D lineman out of this draft? Who do y'all think the edge rusher is going to break out this year from the front of rookie class? And I made some trades during this thing too. I wasn't scared. You know what I'm saying? Traded back a few picks, got some picks for next year. You know what I mean? Traded one pick, got 2 for 1. I really got some talent for us. You dig? Man, this is a hell of a draft, y'all. Yeah, I noticed that. That was crazy, right? That was crazy. But look, y'all, I appreciate y'all so much for being part of this live stream. Like, you guys are truly, truly one of one. I couldn't have asked for a better crew to help get me through this mock draft. You guys truly are one of one. Like, I love the support y'all give to the content. Y'all come in every single day and y'all hold it down. You know, what more can I really ask for? What more can I ask for, you guys? But, you know, I'm going to get out of here. You know, like I said, you guys truly, truly are a part of the community. I'm giving you guys Chalk It Up Sports Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you guys are here for Chalk It Up Sports daily at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I'm your humble host, Tony DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.